Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and we're going to be recapping today's NBA games. As there were not a lot of NBA games today, only 5. We had a couple interesting games. There were 3 blowouts, but there were 2 close games. One between 2 really bad teams, and one between 2 really bad teams, and then the other between 2 really good teams. Let's get into it. Starting with the Cavaliers and the Orlando Magic. The Cavaliers blow out the Orlando Magic 118-94. And they did not play a single really great player in this game. No Paulo, no Franz, a bunch of other players getting rested. They know that, their loss with the Cavaliers the other day on Tuesday, I believe, eliminated them. Their season's over, so they're resting their players for their final couple games. Their leading scorer, though, today was Jalen Suggs with 22 points and Bobo with 18 points as the Cavs win 118-94. The Cavs are resting all their players as well. Danny Green has not played a lot with the Cavaliers since he signed with them from the buyout market. He had 21 points tonight. Looked like old decent Danny Green that we used to see. Hit 5 3-pointers, and if he gets some minutes in the playoffs, I think he can be really good. And also 19 points for Jenny Osman. Cavs get a good win considering that a lot of players were out for them tonight because they were resting their guys for the playoffs. The Heat get the win over the Sixers, 129-101. No really need for the Sixers to try to win anymore. They're locked at the 3 seed. This is a potential playoff matchup if the Heat could possibly move into the 6th seed, which right now I believe they're still at 7, but they're not far back. They're only back about a game or a half a game back from that 6th seed. This could be a potential matchup in the first round. But I don't think the Sixers are trying their best to win this game. I personally think Harden and Embiid and Harden and Embiid and Maxey, Tyrese Maxey, I think they'll possibly be rested for the last 2 games of the season. I mean, Maxey didn't even play tonight, so I think this will be the last you see from Joel Embiid and James Harden of the 2022-23 season. I think they'll be rested for the final 2 games. Embiid had 21 points tonight, 14 for James Harden as they lose 129-101, and then 24 for Jimmy Butler, 24 for Tyler Hero, and 14 and 8 rebounds for Bam Adebayo. Close game between 2 really bad teams, between the Spurs and the Trailblazers. Spurs win 129-127. The Spurs had 4 players with 20 points, 25 for Keita Bates-Diop, 24 for Keldon Johnson, 21 and 10 for Zach Collins, 18 and 10 for Trey Jones, and then 24 for Julian Chappinjan, which I probably said that wrong. For the Blazers, no Shaedon Sharpe tonight because he's been playing really well for them since they started resting everybody. But just this rotation that they have at the end of the season reminds me what their roster last season. But Kevin Knox led them in scoring tonight with 24 and 23 for Drew Eubanks. Thunder beat the Utah Jazz 114-98. The Utah Jazz are officially eliminated, and the Thunder are again up a game ahead of the Mavericks from that 10-11 seed. With the Mavericks getting the win over the Kings last night, they were tied with 38-42. But now the Thunder are 39-42. The Mavs are 38-42. And tomorrow is a must-win for the Dallas Mavericks against the Chicago Bulls. The Thunder win 114-98, 22 for Chris Dunn. And wow, what a bust. I mean, he did have a good game tonight, but this is probably one of his best, performances in a while. I don't think he played much with the Jazz up until this game. Got the start tonight. The Jazz, they know they're eliminated. They're resting all their players. Their lineup, I mean, they got about 3 centers in the starting lineup with Udoka, Lucas Samic, and Kelly Olynyk. Kelly Olynyk with another solid game tonight, 16 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 assists. But Chris Dunn did lead there in scoring with 22. For the Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 22 points. And I thought I saw somebody else with 20. That was it. 7 17 for Josh Giddey, also had 8 assists and 8 rebounds. Then the Suns and the Nuggets. The Suns get a good win over the Nuggets, 119 to 115. Kevin Durant and Chris Paul combined for 13 3-pointers in this game. 7 for Chris Paul, probably one of his shooting best nights, one of his best shooting nights this season. And Durant was 6. KD had 29. Chris Paul had 25. Booker had 15 and 8. Aiden had 16. Chris Paul and KD were firing it up tonight. As KD said in the post-game interview on TNT, he said, when teams, best defenders are going to double-team me and Book, Chris Paul's going to get open, and they're going to want him to be the scorer, and tonight he showed that. I mean, he can still hoop. The way he was shooting tonight and playing as a player reminded me a little bit of that 17-18 Chris Paul we saw for my Houston Rockets. But yeah, he shot really well tonight from 3, 7 for 12. But I will say, yes, this was a really good win. This is a really good win for the Suns, 119 to 115. But they trailed quite a bit in the third and fourth quarter against a Nuggets team that is clinched the 1 seed, so is fully rested. No Jokic, no Jamal Murray, no Aaron Gordon, and then who else is not playing? No Aaron Gordon, also no KCP, and then there's one more guy that's out of the rotation for the Nuggets, I believe. Now, I will say the Nuggets bench tonight, even some guys that were starting but normally come off the bench were excellent. Everybody played really well in the Nuggets tonight. And also, I think the Suns pretty much know they're going to be there at that 4 seed when the playoffs start. And I think tonight's win really helped that thing with right there with probably clinch it. I don't think they clinch that 4 seed, but I think they clinch that 4 seed because the Clippers are like 2.5 games back, and there's 2 games left in the season. Oh, the Suns might have. I don't think the Suns have clinched it yet because I think the Suns still have like 3 games left or 2 games left. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I think the Suns, if not, they're going to clinch the 4 seed. They're going to be at that 4 seed no matter what. So I don't think they really have much to play for. They knew that the Nuggets didn't have all their best players. They could probably take it easy tonight and then go get the win. But I will say, even though the Nuggets played some great basketball night as a team, Bruce Brown with 31, 20 for Reggie Jackson, 12 and 11 for DeAndre Jordan, 15 for Christian Braun, 11 for Ish Smith, 14 for Jeff Green, 7 for Zeke Naje, and 3 for Peyton Watson. Their team which those are usually all guys that come off the bench. One starts. I think, is Bruce Brown a starter? And one of these guys is a starter. I just can't. I think it's Bruce Brown. If not, none of them are. Oh, because Michael Porter Jr. is out. So all these are guys that come off the bench. You got how many guys you got coming off the rotation? You got 9 guys coming in the rotation. You got all these guys. All these guys play off the bench for the Nuggets. 3 or 4 of these guys don't even get minutes. So, I mean, I think these guys played really well against a good Suns team tonight with their bench rotation without their 5 starters. So I was impressed. But so yeah, that's it for the recap. The Suns get the good win over the Nuggets, but it took some fighting against a Nuggets team who was without all 5 of their starters. The Heat crushed the 76ers, and the Utah Jazz are officially eliminated with the loss of the Thunder. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the games today, and peace out.